I found a single sentence that saved my house from foreclosure when the foreclosure notice arrived. I had exactly 30 days before the bank would take my grandmother's house, the same house where I'd spent every childhood summer catching fireflies in mason jars, the same front porch where she taught me to crochet when I was 9, the same kitchen where she'd left me her collection of handwritten recipes when she passed away last year. I couldn't afford a lawyer, and the 3 I called for free consultations all said the same thing. The mortgage is in default. Here's nothing you can do. The bank claimed Barama had missed 4 payments before her death, but I knew my grandmother Pern, the woman who balanced her checkbook to the penny and who'd never had a late payment in her life. Something wasn't adding up with nowhere else to turn. I started reading everything: the original mortgage document, all 47 pages of fine print, the bank's foreclosure filing, and Shank forums about predatory lending, legal websites about estate law. I took notes until my hands cramped, fueled by desperation and gas station coffee on night 3. Bleary-eyed at 2 a.m., I found a single sentence buried on page 32 of Drama's mortgage agreement. In the event of borrower's death, the lender must provide written verification of payment history and outstanding balance to the executor of estate within 14 business days of request. I immediately sent a certified letter requesting this verification, citing the exact clause. The bank ignored me. I sent another letter and another. Finally, on day 22 of my 30-day countdown, I drove to the local branch, document in hand, and asked to speak with the manager. "Miss Reynolds will be with you shortly," the receptionist said. 3 hours later, I was still waiting, watching employees avoid eye contact as they hurried past. By closing time, I remained planted in that uncomfortable chair. "We're closing," a security guard informed me. "That's fine," I replied calmly. "I'll just have to come back tomorrow with the local news reporter who's interested in how this branch is violating its own mortgage terms." 10 minutes later, I was sitting across from Miss Reynolds, who skimmed my letter with visible annoyance. "This clause is standard but rarely invoked," she explained, sliding my papers back across the desk. "The foreclosure will proceed as scheduled. Then you won't mind providing the payment verification as required," I said, pushing the papers back. "Because without it, you are in breach of contract." Her expression shifted slightly. "It will take some time to retrieve those records. According to this contract, you had 14 business days from my first request. That deadline passed last week." The following day, I received an email. The bank needed additional time to research the account history. The foreclosure date was temporarily suspended. 3 weeks later, the truth emerged. The bank had applied Grandma's payments to the wrong account for 5 consecutive months. When they finally correctly applied them, they charged late fees, which they used to claim she was behind on payments. After she died, they accelerated the loan without proper notification to the estate. Not only did they withdraw the foreclosure, but they also issued a formal apology and refunded $4,780 in incorrectly applied late fees and interest. Yesterday, I received a letter from the bank's regional director offering to refinance the remaining mortgage at a significantly lower rate as a gesture of goodwill. Your grandmother would be proud. I think about that single sentence on page 32 every day now. How many other families lost their homes because they didn't read every word? How many gave up because they thought they couldn't fight a bank? Sometimes your most powerful weapon isn't money or connections or even a lawyer. Sometimes it's simply the willingness to read what everyone else skips, and the determination to stand your ground when everyone tells you to move.